Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a quick video on travel essentials. I've had a couple people who are traveling over the next few weeks or in the summer once school is out about what is the most important product or products to bring with them in terms of makeup. So I thought that it would be a great video to share just because if you don't wear a lot of makeup, sometimes you're like, what should I bring? And if you do wear a lot of makeup, or if you tend to have a lot of makeup, the question is like, what products should I bring? What's gonna be the most important things for me to have when I'm away and I can't bring everything with me? So the first thing is to really think about where it is that you're going. So if you're going to be on a beach, you may not need to be wearing that much makeup, but if anything, products being waterproof is going to be something to think about. If you're going to be going to like a cottage or camping, you may not need to wear anything really, unless you're going to be going out to dinner once when you're there, or if you are the type to want to wear product even when you're away, then thinking about, what are things that you're going to want to do when you're there. Also, if you're going to say like Mexico or Jamaica, and you're going to like an all-inclusive, that even if you're going to be on the beach, that there still may be opportunities for you in the evenings if you're going to be doing like a la carte dinners, or if you're going to be going dancing or anything like that, that you might want to kind of jazz up your look a little bit, because you have the opportunity to, and you're maybe wearing something a little bit fancier than you would normally in terms of it being like a dress or something sparkly or whatever, to have something in terms of options for you to wear. So the first thing is really thinking about what you use on a daily basis. So, one of two things. When you are at home or going to work, you don't wear a whole lot of makeup. What are the things that what are the products that you tend to gravitate towards? That, you might have like maybe 6 foundations or 6 blushes or 6 lipsticks, and you always seem to go for that one color, or that one shade. That would be like your go-to, and having that with you in your makeup bag is probably going to be your best bet. So for me, my go-tos are my Inglot foundations. They give me full coverage if I need it, but if I don't find that I need it, I can still use it in areas that I want. So for example, like underneath my eye area to kind of brighten it up a little bit. I can use it really, really lightly with my beauty blender and have it almost be like a tinted moisturizer, just to help even out my skin tone and minimize redness, without it looking or feeling like a really full coverage. So that's something to really think about, where you're going. If you're hiking and you want to have, an even skin tone, but you're going to be sweating and stuff, you may not want to have like a full face of makeup on. So doing something that gives you the versatility of a full finish foundation versus like a BB cream type feel is going to be important for you. The next thing would be your can't do without. So for me, my can't do without is my brows. If I'm going to do my brows, I'm pretty much going to be doing the rest of my face, because I'm not a huge fan of the way that brows look without anything else on. So if I'm waking up and I'm like, yep, I'm doing my brows, then I'm also going to be doing my foundation, a little bit of blush, and maybe a little bit of mascara or something like that as well. So for brows, you want to really be looking into a product that is going to be easy for you to apply, and that is also waterproof. So the products that I tend to go for are the Urban Decay. Their new collection of brow products are all waterproof. This is the double-ended brow pencil in dark drapes. They have quite a variety of shades in their selection of brow products. So I would highly recommend hitting up either a Sephora or an Ulta, depending on where you are. There may even be an Urban Decay boutique somewhere nearby you. So that would be a great experience to go and see what they have as well. But the products are great because they have a variety of collections depending on what you like to wear in terms of pencils or powders or gels. I had a friend who was going to Great Wolf Lodge, which is essentially like a hotel with a water park, and she did her brows with her kind of basic everyday brow tool, and then she used the Urban Decay clear gel set just to set her brows. And because it's waterproof, she found that her brows didn't go anywhere when she was in the water with her kid. So you know, definitely something to consider. The other thing to think about too is mascara. So you may decide that you want to go completely without it, which is great. If you're the type where you don't like to go without mascara, then using something that's waterproof is a great alternative for you. I just have the voluminous waterproof mascara here that I would use, something kind of basic. You know, you could curl your lashes and then put that on and go. Even if you're not going to be in the water, using waterproof products are great because they will also stay put if you're going to be in the sun. So doing any sweating or anything like that, it definitely is kind of peace of mind knowing that your brows are not, you know, kind of washing off your face. So doing that as is going to be great for you too. The other thing in terms of lashes as an alternative to waterproof mascara is doing lash extensions. Lash extensions are an awesome alternative because once they're on, they're not really going anywhere. So you get the fullness, the length, depending on the type of lash that you're getting. There's lots of different types in terms of how voluminous you want them to be. But even if you're not the type to go crazy, you can just get a classic lash, and your lash technician should be able to kind of explain to you how everything works. But it's great because you wake up in the morning and your lashes are long and thick and dark, and you have that really nice bright wide open effect because of the lashes, and you don't really have to do anything, which is awesome. And they're waterproof in a sense where they're not going to come off because you're in the water really. So it's a great alternative. So you can definitely read reviews, talk to people who have had great experiences with a technician, because cheaper doesn't necessarily mean better, and faster doesn't necessarily mean better when it comes to lash extensions. Okay, perfect. So the next thing would then be the rest of your face. So if you have your brows done, your lashes done, and maybe a little bit of foundation, BB cream, or just set underneath your eyes, you may want to apply a little bit of bronzer, highlight, blush. The other thing too is if you're on a beach, while you may not be wearing a lot of foundation, you might be open to wearing a little bit more bronzer, because the bronzers have that kind of glow in them, which is really pretty. So if you tend to tan really well, you know, having that really nice natural tan, maybe some freckles come out with a little bit of that redness in your cheeks, doing a really nice bronzer or highlight will just kind of, you know, give you a little bit more of that fresh look without wearing, you know, all the other stuff. So doing a compact palette like this is the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow palette, and it's great because it has pretty much everything that you need. So it has a matte bronzer, a shimmery bronzer, 2 highlights, and 2 blushes. So you can really create a variety of different looks with this, whether it be like a basic like everyday look, or if you want to kind of amp it up for the evening, you can really kind of like reapply in those areas. So your contour, you can just kind of like really buff it out, and your highlight, you can really just kind of add a little bit more on, so you get, you know, a little bit more of that evening effect versus a day effect. The great thing about a palette like this too is that it can all double as shadow. So if you are the type where you don't wear a lot of shadow and you want to kind of add a little bit to your look because you're going out to dinner or whatever, you can add these to your lid and create a really nice kind of beachy, fun, summery look. You can do contours with the bronzers. So just a great tool to have if you don't want to have this plus shadows to bring with you. All right, If you are the type where you want to wear kind of more fun colors for your lids, doing a palette that is more compact will definitely be a great option for you. So I have the Urban Decay On the Run palette, which is great because it has a bunch of nice neutral colors, it has some shimmery colors, and then it has these really fun blue colors. So if you're open to a little bit more color, then doing something like this that you could create everyday looks and more dramatic looks is going to be great for you. It's compact, it's small, it has a mirror in it, so that's something that you can look for too. All right. If you are the type of person who wears liners, whether you only wear liners or you like to wear them when you go out, doing a eyeliner that is a little bit more fun in terms of color is always a great option too. I have these three that if I was going, say, to like Mexico or Jamaica or something, having these as my options would be great because they're your alternative to a black liner. So I have Lucky, it's kind of this really fun copper color. I have Sabbath, which is my go-to navy blue, which I like to substitute out for black. And then I also have Double Life, which is a really nice, it's almost like a bronzy brown, which is really pretty. So, you know, to kind of have a little bit more fun with your eyeliners, you could even go as bold as doing your blues or purples or greens. You know, Urban Decay has a ton of variety of colors that you can choose from, and there are tons of companies out there too that have other, like, lots of variety of color too. So if you're looking for something fun, just pick that one that you kind of want to get away with using because you're on vacation. The other great thing about these liners too is that they are waterproof. Their dry time is 2 minutes. So once it's on, let it sit and settle in. And then once it's on, it's not going anywhere, which is awesome. All right, now on to your lips. If you are the type of person that wears lipstick, then make sure that you don't forget it. Have it be like the first thing that you have either in your purse or your makeup bag. But a really great tip is to have a lip product that is a lip stain, or like a no smudge lip product. So the one that I have on right now is an Inglot pencil. It just twists up like this. It's a really pretty pink color. It's nice because it's easy to apply. It has a matte finish, and it's also something that I can use in other areas of my face. So for example, if I don't really tend to wear a lot of blush, but I really want to kind of add a little bit of cheeks to my look, you know, if you have something like this, or a lipstick, or even a lip gloss, to be honest, if you just put a little bit on your cheek and just smudge it out with your hand, you can create a really nice natural flushed tone to your cheek area without having a blush with you, which is great. You could also add it to your eyelids to add a little bit of color to your eyelids as well. So just a little tip, if you do tend to have a go-to lip product that's more of like a pinky or reddy tone, or even orangey tones you can do too, that you could apply to your cheeks as well. The other thing, the other great lip products that are out there are like double-ended. So it's great because instead of having two different lip products in your bag, you can have one and still have the two colors. So these two are Arbonne lipsticks. They twist out and they have like the applicator like this. These are great because you can get them in such a wide variety of colors. So this one is a little bit more of like a day look. So you have your neutral, not really there, and then you have your pinkier tone on this side here. This guy is a little bit of a darker color here, and then this one, this side is like a glittery gloss. So it's great because you can really kind of create a glossier effect for like an evening look or something. So those are really great. The other great thing about these two is that they are lip stained, so they're like a longer wear lip product. All right, so we've talked about brows, lashes, face and cheeks, contour, lips. So I would say the last thing would be your tools. So there are tons of companies out there that create brushes that are travel size, and they have a variety of different options when it comes to the brushes that are in those kits. Just really think about what the essentials are for you. Some of them come with brushes that you may never use, so really make sure you're looking at all the brushes that are in those kits if that is something that you're looking into doing or purchasing. The great thing about the travel size brushes too is that lots of times they come in a travel case. So whether it's like a zipped case or like one that has like a lid on it or something. So really great and ideal to travel with. The brushes are smaller, so again, they're more compact, they're easier to bring with you. But again, think about the brushes that you would use more frequently. So having a brush that's a little bit fluffier that you're gonna use as maybe a powder brush or a bronzer or blush brush. Most cases have a specific blush brush, which is more of an angled brush. Shadow brushes, there's either one or two, and then some kits will also have like an angle brush or a lip brush in there as well. So just make sure you're looking at those brushes and get help if anything. See if there's an artist that can help you out to really decide which set is going to be the best for you. Or it might just be cheaper for you to buy a few individual brushes that are smaller, or just bring the brushes that you're used to using. So for me, because I don't have any of those smaller travel brushes, I would just bring my go-to brushes that I use on a daily basis, and I would just put them in a bigger travel case. And I would have everything that I need in my travel case. My beauty blender is also something that I would bring with me. And if I'm bringing pencils, don't forget a sharpener, because you don't want to break it or be somewhere where you don't have one and then you can't use it at all. So the last two things that I want to talk about are a setting spray. So the Urban Decay setting spray is great because it gives you a 16-hour hold time. Now, while you may not be using or wearing makeup for that long, having a setting spray that's gonna just help keep all your makeup in place is gonna be great for you, because you don't want your makeup melting off. Whether you're on the beach or, just hanging out, or if you're going, to a party or dancing or whatever, once your makeup is on, you want it to stay on and not have to worry about reapplying. So using a setting spray is really going to be essential for your overall look. And the last thing is, when you go away, no matter where you're going, if you're staying kind of like, not having to get on a plane, or if you're getting on a plane to have to go somewhere, just remember that sometimes our skin can do weird things. So really making sure that you have your skincare products with you will really make a huge difference. I know I went to California a few years back, and because of the plane ride and the air pressure and all that stuff, the whole time I was there, my skin was like a raisin. Like, it was so dry, my texture was so awful, flaky like crazy. So, having those products that I generally use, my oil, my face cream, really made a huge difference with how my makeup was sitting on my skin, and then when I wasn't wearing makeup, what my skin looked like without any on. So make sure that you have a good cleanser, your moisturizer, whether it's a daytime, nighttime moisturizer or a combo, and then also make sure that you're wearing sunscreen. So your sunscreen can be in your moisturizer, or it can be a separate one that you're using in addition to. But sunscreen is really gonna help to protect your skin from any skin damage that the sun may cause. So definitely don't forget that. Okay guys, I hope that this video gave you something to think about if you are gonna be traveling anytime soon. If you are, then safe travels. I hope you have a great trip, and subscribe to my channel, ask me any questions that you might have. And I have a question for you. If you are going to be traveling, what are your travel essentials? What are your one or two products that you cannot live without, or are your like desert island makeup essentials that if you could only bring one or two items with you, what would they be? So mine would definitely be, I would say, my bronzer and my brow products. I would definitely be bringing those with me anywhere I go. So I'd love to hear what yours are, and I hope you have a great day.